here I go. Hello.
Last stream of the year.
You're still quiet, Brian. For the past few, times I've tried to talk to you, you've always been a bit quieter than normal.
Testing?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear to me.
Turn you up. That's the good at Discord.
Oh yeah, last stream of the year.
Yeah.
What a year it was.
Yes, and that year was 2020 Part 2.
Yeah. People have already been spreading around the meme of the bunch of guys hiding around the corner, opening the door to 2022 with a broom.
Oh god. I'm just fully ready for the year to come being like I'll just be happy if I can survive it without losing too much.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I was thinking about the other day, where it's like 2020, everyone, the theme of 2020 was like, we're all in this together. Then 2020, the first part of 2021, it was like, you know, hey, just get your shot and this will be over with. And now it's kind of just like a whatever.
Okay, guys, so I've got something to put forward to you about how I can handle this particular stream. So, we can either follow the objective, go check out the situation at Lake Verity, following this very important storyline of going to the next lake and making sure that Team Galactic doesn't blow that up too. Or I could just ride around and hatch eggs. What do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty important.
Since when were you a Pokemon breeder?
Well, since Vaporeon is statistically... No, that's not...
Memes. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So...
Yes.
Oh, god damn it. I lost my train of thought now.
Train of thought, left the station without classes, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it's a good way of looking at it.
Well, the way I like to see it when you put it like that, it's like you see the train just drive off and the conductor is bloody... The conductor was in the toilet and starts running out trying to chase the train while bloody hitching up his pants.
Yeah, I see what you mean, dude.
Ah.
Well, we're really excited to go and play Sculpture.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, so with our team, I am a SWAT spot where I'm playing Faith and Captain. Cryo is going to be doing a half-elf storm order druid. So basically link it up from Captain Flame.
Yeah. Yep. my GM approved my character, but yeah, you continue.
Yeah?
I said you continue.
Yeah. We have a... Okay, it's that, third-party psionic class, basically the psychic rogue, named...
Like Mind Blade.
What? No.
Nah. Oh yeah, right, yeah.
I think it's going in the land, or no, wind?
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Probably with the psionic races because if
Yeah.
you're playing the psionic class, you gotta play the psionic races, right?
Not really, no.
I mean the races.
Not really. A good race design is one that can be used by any class.
Now I remember, we went with the main ad because we're also natural sailors.
Fair enough.
And finally we're getting a shifter who, I don't know all the details, but wants to turn into basically a were-tiger.
Fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, my goblin tiefling was approved, and this GM, like, he's a great GM, and I love the way that he compromises stuff. So, you know, as you're aware, goblin tieflings, while technically were a thing in Pathfinder 1, they weren't in the actual, like, player guide or anything like that. The way you could play a goblin tiefling or any kind of, like, tiefling heritage in first edition was by using the tiefling's table of options. So it'd be like, oh, it's like you can either convince your GM to let you use options from this table, or you can roll a 1d100.
And
Yeah, and plus it's also like,
when I got that one that gives me a +2 intelligence,
yeah.
but it's crap.
But yeah, it's also like the fact that in first edition, all the races they have optional features that you could swap around by replacing others. So you can basically make a goblin tiefling. And like I gave the GM like all the stuff that I wanted. I'm like, I know this isn't an option, but you know, tieflings can get what do you call it, buddy? Prehensile tails. I'm like, okay, what if I give up my tiefling spell casting and the other thing that lets me get prehensile tail, combine them together and give me the first level witch hex prehensile hair? And he's like, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
That sounds pretty.
The big difference between prehensile tail and prehensile hair is that prehensile hair will actually use your casting stat as your strength score for what the hair can pick up and do damage in natural attacks. Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think you can attack with the tail.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I think it only says that someone carries like a single item that your hand can.
Yeah.
Though I do remember that, I mean, I guess this depends on the edition, but I remember one of my favorite books to read in 3.5 was Savage Species, which let you get various monster race things to do. One of them you could get was you could get a blade or a club to attach to the end of your tail.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a thing. You could still, I think they did kind of port that over and make sort of updated version of stuff like that to first edition.
Yeah, but Yeah, Pathfinder, I mean, it's unheard of that people could show up in smaller races. I mean, not just humans.
Yeah, well, that's why in 2E they turn Tiefling into a versatile heritage. That way, any ancestry can be a Tiefling.
Yeah. Well, it actually fixes a lot of problems, especially with, like, the races, like, Glory, Sil, Freak. The race itself isn't a bad idea, it's just very underpowered. But then the heritage, you know, it's too powerful.
Yeah. I'm still holding out hope that they add a like a half dragon heritage.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't already, considering how popular that sort of thing can be.
Yeah. One of the reasons I've heard, and this is pure speculation, but like there is some reasonable logic behind it. One of the it is basically that Paizo does not want to add like a half dragon race because that is something that D&D already has with the Dragonborn, and so they kind of want to avoid just having like one-to-one.
Which.
Yeah.
Which I get, but at the same time, no one should have the monopoly on half dragons in a game.
Yeah, I know. This is why it's like it's purely speculation. I'm like, yeah, there's a little bit of logic behind it, but not much, since, you know, if they really did care about that, then why would they have Tieflings and Aasimar?
Yeah.
Also true. Also, Aasimar, OP race.
Yeah.
You get all benefits, no downside.
But yeah, the big thing that like this GM that really like made me realize what kind of a great guy he is. So I'm like, yeah, look, one of the abilities that you can get on this list that a Tiefling can get access to is, you know, levitate at will. And he's like, I'm going to say no to letting you have that, because, you know, even if it's just levitate, that is still very overpowered. And I was just like, yeah, I can get that.
But it's fun!
I basically said, I just like the idea of her just like, you know, my little goblin just sort of hovering about instead of walking around. It's like, you know, I'm actually like totally fine with you having like what is essentially a cantrip version of levitate, where you can only use it on yourself and you can only do it a few feet above the ground. Basically more like a hover. Just for the, you know, just for the flavor.
Is that shit?
Yeah, like, you know, you can levitate. Like, yeah, look at that. You levitate yourself plus 2 pounds at will, first spell levitate. That, like, if you're in an area where you know there's a lot of traps, you basically just negate any force level.
To that, which I would say, you know, you just gotta learn to be creative and figure out how to hit floating enemies. So, hello.
Yeah. Those plushies are awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Stay safe, happy, and fun. Yeah, thank you very much. Glad you like them. I appreciate the good vibes.
And yes, the plushies are a good boy and a not so good, but
chaotic neutral.
Hey,
Chaotic neutral girl.
I mean, I am fully willing to say Astra is a bad girl, the kind of girl that
Yeah.
your parents warn you about.
Yeah. I mean, she's got good intentions at least. Well, I mean, not good intentions. She's good at heart.
Yeah. So by the way, here, something that me and Drew discussed, and we actually think that, yeah, Piceville might have dropped the ball on this one. Okay. So you know how each race has, like, you know, the RP points, you know,
Yeah.
indicate balance. Look at the shrinks. Basically the owl person.
Okay.
You
What,
know, you get a plus 2 to wisdom, minus 2 to dex. Right? With a base speed of 30 feet. 60-foot fly speed with added maneuverability. Also, plus 2 perception and stealth at night. Plus 2 against mind effects. Speak to all bird animals and bird-like natural beasts at will. Dark vision and light vision. Yeah, that ain't an RP of 16. That's a...
yeah.
Light is OP early on.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not OP. It's only
Yeah.
OP if the GM doesn't know how to handle it.
Part of me wants to make a Shinx ninja. I mean, owls are basically ninjas.
Yeah. They have that silent flight.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, where I also know of owls as being one of the loudest freaking birds.
Oh god, barn owl. Okay.
Hail shriek.
When I make this character, I also give it the 4 things. And if anyone who isn't a bird, all they hear is a barn owl. And everyone else is here, oh, that's a kind of nice song. I don't know, maybe cat focus, that's a little overplayed.
I got a happening.
Ooh,
A beanie!
which means
Remember
you'll need
Brock's
an
that
oval
beanie that
stone.
has the ruthless huge power?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure Brock's that beanie has huge power.
Yeah, it was super strong, yes. Yeah, huge power is basically has no point on a Chansey or Blissey.
Which is why I am kind of surprised Game Freak never trolled us with a gift, with a mystery gift, Brock's Happini.
Yeah.
What should I name this happening?
Egg. Nah.
I was gonna say omelet, but you know, let's go egg.
What was that last one?
Tamo. Because it's egg. Well, tamago is egg in Japanese.
Yeah, that. The Damo can also be a bit of a pun for like.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I know what it needs to. I know what it needs to be now.
Eggs Benedict.
Alright.
Nope.
Egg Tamo.
Fair enough.
It is egg.
Yeah.
And is Shinto's secret love child.
But it doesn't know any electric moves.
It's
Well.
that one time. Actually, yeah, it's that one time he had a fling with Dr. Eggman's niece. when she was of age, of course. Unless he was a kid at the same time, but you know,
Oh,
or young.
or-
You know what? Shut up.
Oh, and it's not Shinda's love child. It's Denki's love child.
Yeah.
And he when he finally got around to setting up the league, you know, he wound up having a fling with a Chansey changeling, tending his wounds, love blooms.
Got that.
Well, I think I will put Happiny in the PC until I can get my hands on an oval stone. Or do I already have an oval stone?
You might. But yeah, the big thing with the big thing about the Blissey Chance is like they really have no offense. They're just there to take hits and heal.
Hmm. See, evolves into Chansey when leveled up holding an oval stone during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I might believe it was night. So yeah, that'll have to wait. And Riolo is straight up friendship, I believe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what did you name your Riolo?
Rolo.
Rolo? Yeah, I thought so. I just didn't look.
Yeah.
It's funny though that you mentioned Rolo because right now I'm getting Ferrero Rocher from the fridge.
Ooh.
And that was the name I gave to Rolo's traveling companion.
Indeed.
So yeah, when I start telling stories about what's going on in my chocolate campaign, I'll put you on a spoiler for you until so.
Yeah.
If I'm first, I guess I wouldn't mind if you spoil me because I've probably done first. But it will be interesting to see how you deal with the same situation.
Yeah. I mean, my goblin, Evelyn, she's just basically going to deal with most of her problems the same way. Throw her minions at her.
You're gonna be making like a necromantic crew, aren't you?
That was one of the very first things I said when I told you about the character, yes. She is meant to be basically a heavily inspired by Disgaea. She's essentially a Disgaea character. And her
I'm just thinking now. Are you gonna have your own ships made entirely out of bone sucked up from the bottom of the sea?
no.
Because if you do, interesting if it's what he did. I would count that as automatic. You know, somebody ship sees that. That's automatically an intimidation check.
Oh, my god, he
no.
Naruto runs.
Yes, he does. If you remember, she has a style. If you remember the minions I showed you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making a joke.
So,
Sorry.
oh god, that just now makes me think of just she makes a giant plush ship.
A ship made of plush.
And yeah, the GM, like again, he's like, I'm absolutely fine with changing up descriptions of spells if it's, kind of for the aesthetic. So, when I said that, yeah, she's just going to be using, you know, animate dead to get these little skull minions. Part of the spell as she casts it is also covering them in plushy bodies. He's like, yeah, they're plush, so it's not like they're going to add any statistics, so yeah, go ahead.
Plush? Love. Did you make a
Yes.
ship made of plush?
Yeah, it's wool. It might think because it is very absorbent.
Yeah, that's my issue. My issue. Okay, yeah, I know something it can float, but it's a combination of. Okay, it can float on its own capacity. I'll buy that. If you have everything that a ship needs. That's when the problem goes. What would you call your plush ship? Like if you had a ship made of plush, what would you call it?
I don't know.
I call it the toy box.
Probably 20. But yeah, I get where you're going from. I'm still trying to like. So the way I'm going to flavor her spells, like say when she casts Fireball, I'm just going to say it's like she doesn't actually cast a Fireball. Instead, she opens up like a mini portal back to her ship, where a couple of her minions are manning a cannon and fire a cannonball through the portal.
You know, it kind of reminds me of that one pirate captain from One Piece, you know, the one that was like, yeah, the mafia boss.
Yeah, he literally has the ability to turn his body into a frickin' weapon.
Yeah. He just
Into the fortress.
Freaking in it.
Yeah.
You know what? Pretty cool power.
It is mine.
God, Riolu is just adorable.
Yeah.
It's like in Pokemon Journeys, it's like you have Ash's Riolu, and you know it's an adorable little ball of energy. And during like the ending sequence, or the ED as they would call it, there was like the Riolu would do like a little dance. It was just a simple sort of like, you know, back and forth little wiggle thing. And then once his Riolu evolves into Lucario, it just becomes instant frickin' badass, and it still has a cool personality. It's just, man, you really lose your adorable innocence the moment you evolve.
Yeah. So I think we figured that one out after Charmander evolved. I'd say that was terrible too, but no, it wasn't.
Rollo is fucking his stomach.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Just friggin' talk to.
Yeah, no, but it's like, I'm just trying to think of like, what did Liberty do to start getting poked by Rollo?
That is a fair thought. Maybe he's poking the Haunch Crow on my shirt?
Huh. Today I learned I don't like the the white Ferrero Rocher or the Ferrero Rocher or whatever they're called. No. They're covered in coconut, and I hate coconut. They're the Ferrero Raffaello.
Okay. Because my first thought was, oh, is that like the white cream stuff? But it's like, yeah, coconut is kind of In my experience, I think a little coconut goes a long way. And so it's like, yeah, if it's like a little bit of like coconut flakes or something, or just some straight up flavoring, it can be nice. But it's like, when I think about, say, like a Mounds bar, where it's just like, the idea is that it's just a chocolate bar stuffed with coconut, I just, can't stand it.
Yeah. Yeah, we in Australia, I believe we call them bounties.
Yeah.
I might actually be thinking of the like, or is the Mounds the almond? No, Almond Joy is the almond one. What is Mounds candy? I know this is a stupid thing to wonder about, but
yeah, Mounds is. It looks like it's coconut, but it's Hershey, whereas Bounty is probably Nestle.
Right.
No evil chocolate company.
Oh no, Bounty is Mars.
Also, how the heck does Rolo not qualify as cute? It's a baby!
Yeah, like, you would think all baby Pokemon would count, right? How the hell does a Psyduck? How is a Psyduck cute?
It's a duck.
Well, I mean, it's also the thing of, like, in a meta sense, you'd think that, you know, with how Riolu is sort of like the... Well, Lucario, I guess you would say, is like the big, almost kind of mascot. Like, sure, he was not a mythical Pokemon like Zoroark was for Gen 5, but at the same time, like, he was like the big reveal for Gen 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd think that, like, he would be up there on the list of duders to have trotting around with you.
Yeah, it's actually one of those interesting things. It's like, Lucario is definitely one of those Pokemon that has sort of clawed its way into being a mascot level Pokemon. It's like, sure, it doesn't compare to Pikachu or Eevee, but when it comes to like getting special attention in generations where it doesn't even have anything to do with that generation, Lucario tends to be one of the specials, like Charizard as well.
Yeah.
Like Greninja. So special that Ash forgot about him.
I mean, that's kind of one of those things where you just try to pretend that, oh, that's another timeline. You wouldn't just abandon a friend.
I remember there was a poll a couple of years ago that was like what the most popular Pokemon is in Japan. Greninja won hands down.
It's a ninja!
Yeah. So that probably also had a bit of a one of problems with polls is you have recency bias.
Yeah.
There's another reason why polls aren't accurate. I was listening to Trash Taste last night, and Connor's just like, I know, let's put a poll up to see who wants you guys to play Apex with me, and Joey's just like, the answer's going to be yes. It's going to be like 99% yes, because everyone is going to want to, because you asked them to, simply because of that. It's like,
Yeah,
we could put up a poll saying who wants to see us suck a dick, and it would be like 100% yes.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the Minecraft mob poll and what happened to Cream. That's why we now have goddamn squids in the useless squids in the ocean.
I mean, like you think, yeah, and there's also the thing of like, there's a reason you never do an online poll. It's because it results in you naming an official ship Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah.
I still want to try the new Hitler did nothing wrong Mountain Dew flavor.
Is that really a thing?
No, but
I mean, I know it's not a thing that I know they would not have actually gone through with that, but it was that an actual poll.
I would not be surprised
Yeah,
if 4chan tried to do that.
Yeah.
That's just like, wow, you got like, few companies really are just absolute deaf, dumb, and blind when it comes to the internet.
I think this was earlier.
Yeah.
This was like earlier internet.
Yeah, there was another example of it where it was like a Chex Mix kind of cereal thing in I believe it was Korea, and
Yeah.
they put up a poll like, oh, what flavor do you want, chocolate or green? Actually, one.
They're like,
Oh yeah. Because yeah, as I recall, the idea is that it was meant to clearly be a joke option, but people wound up doing it anyway. What was awesome was hearing that, like, apparently for a limited time they actually did eventually honor it, and of course it tasted terrible, but like,
Yeah.
that is kind of awesome that they would actually do that.
Yeah. It also happened with Nintendo with Fire Emblem. I think it was like they were doing a character poll for like, oh, which of these characters do you want like in Fire Emblem? I can't remember. Like, what's the mobile Fire Emblem called?
Heroes, I think.
Heroes.
Heroes, yeah.
The goddamn star.
So yes, everyone put forward the face or the nameless god.
I both love and hate that the fact that that happened.
If you ask for crowd input on anything and you don't restrict the options, you invite nothing but chaos.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I remember from one of the internet historians' videos about this very subject. There's a thing of like, I think it was Burger King or McDonald's or whatever who did this thing of, oh, submit your idea for like a custom recipe or burger menu item thing, and like with like this little interface for like buns and lettuce and all that. And of course, everyone did horrible things with that.
The guy actually one. It was just all the meat items. Quadruple stacked.
Yeah. You know, it's moments like that that you think that frickin' Gaius was right all along.
What?
It's just man needs a leader.
Yes,
Needs a strong leader to direct their course.
you mentioned the internet in chaos. Come on now, imagine it's just one more jam. And then he's literally bouncing from page to page. You know he's that's why it was so away. Because he came.
Sweet mouth. Let's see. Puffins.
So, when it comes to the tabletop game, do whatever you want till age of awakening. Just gotta remember to get around actually leveling up. Figuring out the spheres of magic. I have no idea what I'm doing.
And I still gotta put down my thoughts on that.
We got distracted by the holidays, didn't we?
That will
Seems like-
contribute.
You wanna just agree to that so we don't make Argo feel bad? Oh,
Why
shit,
would I
it's
feel
you.
bad?
Of course you're not gonna feel bad. Yeah.
I don't get it.
think he totally feels bad.
I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna. If you forget to level up, it's not my fault when you face stronger challenges that you weren't prepared for.
I might have to talk to you later about some of the mechanics of what I could probably take to help. You obviously know spheres of magic more than me.
It's just simple.
Okay, Argo, I need you to realize that what you say is simple isn't always simple.
It's basically just the same as picking feats.
There's a difference. Because I don't know spheres of magic and how they interact with them. I will try. Oh god, I will try.
I'm surprised you didn't take the option that I kind of left open for you to be like, yeah, this is a good point to let Shinta off and then you bow out of the game. Again, I guess. I don't think you ever confirmed.
I do, but that would be plot. I don't want
What?
you to feel bad.
Dude, we'll all abide whatever you want to do.
Not that I'm not having fun.
Yeah, no, it's just because you got to wake up super
Yeah,
early.
we all understand what the underlying issue is.
But I have to admit, maybe I am feeling a
And it's like, if it is a case of burnout, like, quitting can be fine, and you can always come back in if you wind up feeling the mojo come back.
He's dead.
Yeah.
And I suppose I can trust Arnold to play, because it's not like he's completely complicated.
I mean, as I said, I've got. I know exactly what's going to happen with him if you do decide to bow out.
I think it might be for the best. Besides, I got my Golden Shackle game same day, so it'll work out.
Yep.
And of course, we can always talk about the plot, and I don't know, I can always hop in if I'm gonna be important for my plot.
But yeah.
Down with voicing, or you know, if I turn evil, get crap beaten out of, because yeah, she's just pretty powerful, but there's no way you can beat the higher power. That's stupid. Also, he's keeping it low. I like my warp cloak. It helped me get apples.
Yes, it does. Also, just speaking of sweet fruits, is this berry collecting now? You've done your egg hatching now, berry collecting.
Yeah, but for now, I figure, yeah, I'll just walk around with Rollo and have a good, fun bonding time. Nice slice of life episode. Get called up.
So,
Liberty, where are you? Team Galactic is ready to do things. I am busy bonding with my new friend.
yeah.
It's the end of bonding with friends.
Don't you people know anything? Friendship determines everything.
You know, what's sad is that that's really true.
Oh yeah. But yeah, buddy. This is one of those things where it's like, please, Game Freak or Pokemon Company, give us more Pokemon content other than just the core games. There is a perfect market for like a Pokemon-based Harvest Moon game.
Yes.
Looks like the Runes Factory game, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one thing.
Honestly, I could totally see a crossover Rune Factory game with Pokemon. It's still Rune Factory, but it has Pokemon content and mechanics.
And it's like, it's a thing where besides just the fact that it would be fun on its own, like, it would be really cool if you could do a thing where it's like, oh, you can like grow crops or find stuff or whatever in your Pokemon Rune Factory, Harvest Moon, whatever type game, and you can like transfer them over to other players or something. Like, that would be really cool.
Yeah. Exactly. Just, and it's like, it would be this cool thing, because it's like, oh, you know, it's like, okay, you want your crops to grow really well, so it's like, yeah, you could go out and get fertilizer and whatnot. Or it's like, well, this particular Pokemon, let's say, like Shroomish. It's like, Shroomish, they can help, you know, revitalize soil and strengthen its nutrients, and therefore you get better crops by having a couple of Shroomish just hang around your farm.
Or you can do the thing where it's like, oh yeah, you get a water Pokemon and you can get them to water a select patch of your frickin' farm.
You can use Apricorn for stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I could even imagine like there would be some Pokemon that you'd encounter because it's like, maybe you plant a bunch of turnips, and there's a chance that one of them is actually just an oddish that has wandered into your farm and just sort of rooted itself down into the ground because it's nice and.
And now you got an irate off.
Yeah.
Actually, this could allow for more regional areas. Like the turnip bodies. Like, no, what the radish? Or an actual white turnip.
I mean, that's kind of what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an odd radish.
I really thought this was supposed to be a reference.
Right, but like, it's meant to be like that. Yeah, it's a generic sort of RPG plant monster, but like the name
Radish.
is
Oddish.
yeah, odd radish. Yep. It's still one of those things that like I find funny where it's with Pokemon names. You can go from having these really sort of intricate names with a bunch of references in the name, and then you just have very simple names.
Deal.
Yeah.
Speaking of, look at you posting and what's right up there.
I thought that was an actual puppy.
I know. It looks like a pupper, doesn't it? And I saw the tail like it looks like a costume on it. No,
It's a baby seal.
Oh, that's, shit like this is good for the soul. Right? If your heart doesn't thaw out just a little bit seeing this, you really need help. Like, I understand that not everybody likes animals, but... Aww.
I'm still of the mind that if someone doesn't like animals, it's probably a good sign they're a psychopath.
Or at the very least, not somebody you really trust.
I mean, okay. There are edge cases like, okay, what if they were extremely traumatized by an animal when they were younger? But then it's like that tends to be more of a fear against that particular. Yeah.
If people don't like animals in general, I just sort of have to raise an eyebrow. No animals, I understand people are like, yeah, like, this is that. That's normal. But, like, if you don't have, like, a little animal that just makes you go, oh, I can never stay mad at you. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah. I think.
We didn't do the program. Animals, right?
Yeah. I would say slightly different topic. Is I am quite surprised when I was younger. I always used to think like, oh, farm animals aren't cute. They're just farm animals. They're big stinky animals. And nowadays I'm just like, you know what?
True.
Farm animals are absolutely adorable. Like cows. I love cows. And goats. And dogs. Sheep. Sheep are always cute.
I've been watching a streamer, YouTuber. Yeah, the way he talked about how much he loves cows and shrimp and so on, it's making me appreciate them. Now, I wouldn't call them super adorable, but I really can like them.
I think. one of the big selling things was a video I saw of like a little car trying to get into getting into the house through a doggy door, and just basically acting like a big old dog.
Aww.
Adorable.
Ah, yes, the good old, misty, foggy.
Jeez. Much like Flash, it doesn't actually impede your progress, but man, if it doesn't, be an annoying thing to deal with.
Yeah. Probably the only reason it was in this game. But yeah, this will be an interesting feature. Next game, yeah, no, let's not do that again.
Yeah, it was very much the... how do we have Flash be a thing again without it actually being Flash?
Yeah. The problem I've always had with Flash, and even when I was younger, was like, this makes no sense. Flash is meant to be like just an instant flash of light. How does that keep the cave lit for longer than
exactly.
a moment?
Yeah, you are not wrong. You are not wrong.
Can't you just like buy a torch for this?
Or a flashlight.
I mean, that torch, flashlight.
English.
Oh, okay.
English. It is a language, a common language that divides us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking of an actual D&D torch. It's not flashlight. Oh, it's done. An hour already? Maybe
Just about.
Another hour or so. Not like it's the end of the world or anything.
Yeah, I'll probably stop in
I
a
mean,
couple of minutes.
not yet, because like he hasn't. You haven't, if I recall, you haven't fought Sarge for the first time yet.
Yeah, I don't think I have
You
fun
still-
yet.
Still investigating the lakes, so you know he hasn't actually made any progress on his plans.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
And you know what? As long as I don't go to the lakes, they actually don't progress at all, so...
Yeah.
My procrastination is keeping the world safe.
I would say I would absolutely love an RPG that would do that one day, where it's like it will actually continue to progress time even though you're faffing about, and if you take too long, whoops, the end of the world because you're too busy going fishing. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Fable 3.
And as I recall, there was also this, there's this JRPG called Treasure of the Rudra that had a similar thing where you had a set amount of time to save the world, and if you didn't, game over.
Yeah, and I guess, technically, you know, Majora's Mask,
True.
that, you know, you had the ability to reset that time.
Yeah, but the first time you play... Oh god, is that frustrating?
And I suppose there's a few other time limit games where that is kind of the thing, but like not quite. Like it's not the end of the world, but it's the end of you. Like Pikmin did that. Yeah, limited amount of time to get your rocket together.
If I'm being honest, Pirates are fine in some situations, but I hate the whole freaking Sword of Damocles over my head.
Yeah.
I know that kept me from wanting to try out Majora's Mask for a bit.
Yeah, that stresses me way too much.
I like the way it's done in Dead Rising, because that whole game is built around it, and it's the time limit actually isn't bad. It's like you can basically finish once the time limit goes down. It's like that's it. That's there's no. It's not exactly a game over. But if you want to get like all the hidden, the story of the game, you then have to do things to the time limit.
The good news is that Dead Rising usually will have like a new game plus.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you can spend a life basically mapping out the area, finding where all the good stuff is, maybe some of the events, and then playing out for the next run. So you don't feel like you lost as much stuff that round.
Well, for now, I'm gonna close this the stream out. So we're gonna say thank you for watching and good night for now.
Indeed. Good night.